Hi, I'm going to use this section of the paper here. I've got some other things drawn on it, but I'm going to use this section of the paper here to show you the trick to measuring your lines for your lettering on the lettering assignment. You can see here that I've got a series of lines an eighth of an inch apart in layout lines. And you can see over here the inch in from the side, up here the inch in from the side of the paper, here the inch space in between the two areas of lettering. And you can see that I put a line here, a very faint layout line, and what I'm doing is using the true measurement on the scale rule and just making a little dot every eighth of an inch. Now if I put it here at the 0, and since this is divided into 16th inch increments, 2 increments equals an eighth of an inch. So what I can do is every eighth of an inch, I can make a mark. Now the best way to make a mark is to use a really sharp pencil. I just sharpened it. Use a really sharp pencil and get everything lined up, and then at the increment, touch and twirl, 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 as accurately as you can. And then what you can do is you can take your parallel bar and line it up with the line. Make your line over on this side, your line over on this side, move it down to the next increment, get it lined up, make your line over on this side, your layout line on this side, down to the next increment, get it lined up, put your line on this side, put your line on this side. Now what happens is these marks that you're making end up, because you're touching and twirling, they end up being a little bit darker than your layout lines. So what you can do is when you're done, you just go through and knock those things out so that they aren't making your drawing look bad. That's really all there is to it. I've got a few more marks I can see here. Get it lined up, make sure that the pencil line is on it. Layout line, test, layout line, and so forth. That way you've got your line for lettering, your line for space, your line for lettering, your line for space, your line for lettering, etc., so that you can get on with working on this assignment. All right, let's get started.